Let's move on to someone else who's also copping some heat right now. MAFS, or Married at First Sight. I never thought we'd be talking about this on the Late Debate, but it is one of the most watched TV shows in Australia, surprisingly. And this season, they have a new bachelor on the show who is causing a lot of controversy. His name is Tyson Gordon, and the Sydney Morning Herald is labelling him as a toxic groom. Why? What makes him so toxic? Well, he wants a traditional wife. Have a look.
I hold traditional values close to my heart. I see myself as a provider and a protector, and I long for a partner who embodies grace, loyalty and femininity. I stand firmly by my beliefs and I won't waver on them. If the person across from me today embraces woke culture, we'll have a problem.
A lot of these woke people don't take care of their rigs. They're all sort of sloppy. They've got green hair. You know, I take care of my body, right? I've got a rig here to maintain, as we all know. But I don't want that in my woman, right?
Look, he wants to be a provider and a protector, and he doesn't want a woke, ugly wife. What's so wrong with that? I reckon a lot of Australians would probably agree with him.
I'm not sure I want to enter into this one. He's been slammed so badly on social media. I mean, people were saying because he wants a traditional wife that Channel 9 should never have put this to air because they are normalising dangerous attitudes that we picked up by young women across the country. They've called it disgusting. They've said the network has gone too far. I think it says more about Australians than it does about MAFS. I mean, you could get away with pretty much anything on that show, but if you dare to suggest you'd prefer a sort of a 1950s kind of marriage, all of a sudden you've committed the cardinal sin.
Yeah, I mean, look, he seems like a bit of a caricature, but it's like it's Married at First Sight, for heaven's sake. It is a television show, one of the highest rating, if not the highest rating, in the country, that's designed for entertainment. They have cast...
Are you saying they're not on there legitimately looking for love?
Oh, I would never suggest such a thing, James.
Some of the couples from MAFS do last.
Oh, yeah,
there
a
are
couple.
Instances.
Yeah, yes, there are a couple.
Clearly,
yes, literally.
he thinks...
in I don't know, the 15 series or whatever they've done.
There were a couple.
There are a couple who've survived, and I mean, you know, it's just the law of averages that probably you'll end up with some people who really do like each other. But it's a television show created for entertainment. They picked a guy that they know is going to say things that will rile people up. That's what he's there for. I mean, look, people who are complaining online, find something better to do. And equally to him, if he's upset about it, I mean, mate, you knew what you were signing up for when you went on Married at... Oh, no, I'm always so surprised these people who go Married at First Sight and then afterwards they complain about the producers gave me a bad edit and it was toxic and it was this and it was that. Look, I don't know. I'm not Nostradamus, but I can predict that if you go on Married at First Sight, it's not real life. And they're doing it so they can show you off on television to earn money.
Yeah.
They've done 15 series. What do you think they were going to do?
Well, at the start of the program, Caleb, you said that I need to pay you more compliments. So here it is. Before the show, you made a great point. I just thought you were going to say it then, and you didn't. So let me remind viewers of what you said to me earlier.
James remembers what I've forgotten.
Caleb said to me before the show, why would you say you want a traditional marriage and go on Married at First Sight looking for it?
I know, exactly. I know. It's like the most untraditional thing ever.
No, that is true. But what does frustrate me about this is whenever conservatives go on TV shows or enter into popular culture, they're always bullied. I mean, it's always all of them against one. You get ganged up on. You get shouted out of the public square. MAFS has had to turn off the comments on all of the social media posts where this guy appears because they're that vile. I just think that is ridiculous. And I will admit, some of the things he's articulated, he hasn't done it very well. He said he wants a submissive wife, but I don't think he really knows what submission truly means. He doesn't really have, I don't know if he's a Christian or not. So you can ask some questions around his political views perhaps, or his idea of marriage, but saying he just wants to be a protector and a provider and he wants a wife who's feminine, I actually think he represents a lot of Australians, a surprisingly large number. Many people want that kind of a life. So the fact that he just gets bullied kind of shows you how out of touch a lot of the media and entertainment class really is with what average people want.
But this is the problem with him sort of being a caricature, I think, is that it just makes it so easy to then demonise what may be a reasonably mainstream view. When you have someone who seems a bit oafish saying it, it comes across as though it's an oafish point of view when it isn't. I mean, forgive me, I watched 5 minutes of his ceremony. And as that...
In preparation for the show, or is this your normal television
someone
viewing?
sent it to me, and so I just watched it. Anyway, so as she's coming down the aisle, this woman's coming down the aisle, and she looks like a good-looking lass to me. It then cuts to a clip of him saying, "Oh, you know, she looks a bit woke." And I'm like, how do you tell? She's walking down she didn't have green hair. She had blonde hair and red lipstick. I mean, I would have thought that's a goer, isn't it? Seriously.
It's just the vibe.
I don't know, how can you tell by looking at someone that they're woke if they've got, like, they don't have blue hair or...
Well, I
blue
know,
hair
exactly. They're sort of the indicators, or if they've got one of those
She had a woke vibe.
piercings in their nose or something, you go, oh, yeah, it's a woke woman.
They probably didn't pick the best example of conservatism to represent the cause on MAFS. Maybe next year they can have a true good conservative
And
on
that's
there.
all part of the entertainment.
I'm sure Channel 9 will be very upset about the controversy.
Exactly, and upset that we're talking about
which
it.
they hope
Given
will
the
continue for
publicity.
many more weeks to come.